looking crazy, a storm on the horizon, the pressure is low, gotta get moving, put on a show. The news is all buzzing, state of alert, but we've got a plan, we're ready to work. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the face. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. See a little fire or a rising flood, we're a well-oiled machine, we're running in the mud. From the city hall meetings to the rescue teams, turning worst case scenarios into hopeful dreams. We're training the people, we're stocking the gear, we're the team you can count on when trouble is near. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the face. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. It's more than a job, it's a calling, you see, prepared for the present and what's yet to be. Every second counts, we're ready to react for our communities, we're making an impact. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the face. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. Yeah, we're picking you up, we're ready to go. Let's get this show on the road.
Do we get this show on the road, guys? This is Emergency Management Associates. We're coming to you from the Area Command, 322 miles west to 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina, guys. We're here for you right now on the air. Thank you all for being here, guys. We definitely appreciate it. God bless you all. Now, guys, we have a lot to talk about again tonight. This is this calm before the storm, the calm before the chaos, the calm before a weather emergency. I'm just putting that out there. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Ultimately, we're going to be talking about this weather emergency we began talking about a couple nights ago. Then we got into it in more exclusive detail. Today, we're going to be talking about emergency actions we can exercise to protect ourselves. But first, there's always a first, okay? I want to first start talking about arrests that have been made in Minnesota. Today, there were several arrests made in Minnesota in regards to the raid that protesters did on a Baptist church in Minneapolis. Let's go over to Fox 9 in Minneapolis for this story.
I'm Maria Lizignoli, and we start with breaking news just into our newsroom this morning. A local activist and a St. Paul school board member who founded Black Lives Matter Twin Cities have been arrested for their involvement in a church protest that happened over the weekend. In a post on X just a half an hour ago, Secretary Kristi Noem shared an image of Nakima Levy Armstrong in handcuffs and said, quote, Homeland Security investigators and FBI agents arrested Nakima Levy Armstrong, who played a key role in orchestrating the church riots in St. Paul, Minnesota. She's been charged with a federal crime under 18 USC 241. Religious freedom is the bedrock of the United States. There is no First Amendment right to obstruct someone from practicing their religion, end quote. Now, we spoke with Armstrong earlier this week. She dismissed the DOJ investigation into the church protest as a sham and a distraction from federal agents' actions in the Twin Cities. In another post this morning, Attorney General Pam Bondi said, quote, "A second arrest has been made at my direction. Chantel Louisa Allen has been taken into custody. More to come. We will protect our houses of worship," end quote. Allen is an elected St. Paul School Board member and the founder of Black Lives Matter Twin Cities. Anti-ICE protesters interrupted this service Sunday morning at City's Church in St. Paul. They say the pastor, David Easterwood, is also the acting director of enforcement for ICE in St. Paul. DHS would not confirm that. We know Easterwood stood beside DHS Secretary Kristi Noem during a press conference back in October. St. Paul police are also investigating. Earlier this week, we asked what could happen from a civil rights investigation. Hamlin law professor David Schultz says people could face a fine. Criminal charges could carry time behind bars.
Okay, that's what's happening. Right now, there have been arrests. 4 people have been arrested. 4 people have been arrested, just like we talked about. More are coming. More arrests are forthcoming. You don't storm into a church and cause chaos. You don't storm into a church and interrupt a church service. That's a violation of civil rights. That is a violation of civil rights. 4 people have now been arrested, more are going to be happening. Now, I want to say this. If you didn't already know, Vice President J.D. Vance is now in Minneapolis. He flew into Minneapolis early this morning. He's in Minneapolis and he's representing Pam Bondi and the president in Minneapolis. He held a conference there in Minneapolis today. Now, guys, this is serious. When you have a vice president of the United States that shows up right when this town is in the middle of protest and everything's going wrong, you know there's something happening, okay? You know there's something happening. There are now 5,000 agents on the ground and growing. 5,000 Customs Border Protection and Customs Border Patrol are on the ground in Minneapolis, as well as FBI, the DEA, and ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms and explosives. They're all on the ground. Now, there are also over 1,500 military personnel on the ground in Minneapolis. They're standing by for the word to be given by the president to go in there and back up Customs Border Patrol, Customs Border removal. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. I'm putting the word out right now. If you're out there, you're watching this program, you better stay home from now on. Stay home. Don't get involved. Stay out of the streets. Do not protest or you will be arrested. Fact. It's going to happen. Okay? I want to just put that word out there. Now, as I said before, we've got a storm that is over in the southern part of the United States that was also over in the west as well. Now, to the north, coming out of Canada, we have a high pressure system. 1,000 plus megabars. It's a high pressure storm. I'm sorry, not high pressure storm, high pressure front. Okay? That high pressure front has put pressure all over the central United States and is pushing that storm further to the south. We are now having this storm in south and eastern New Mexico, going over to Texas, northern central Texas, northeastern Texas, going all the way over to the east, over Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee and Kentucky, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, and points north. Also points east, such as South and North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. Now, in these peak areas, like I said yesterday, this is the area where we're going to have the lowest temperatures. Also, the area where we're going to have snow, freezing rain, drizzle, sleet, and slick roads, and even snap power lines. Why? All that heavy snow, all that heavy precipitation in the form of sleet is going to get on power lines, adding anywhere from 100 to 200 or 300 pounds to the power lines, which is going to make the power lines snap. Power lines are going to go down. We're going to discuss that a little bit later. We're going to have power outages. We're going to discuss this later, how you can survive what's going to happen. Okay? Heavy snow. Heavy snow, guys. It's going to happen. Now, as this storm moves east, as a major part of the storm moves east, over Tennessee and Kentucky, we are going to see the storm stall out, meaning that the majority of the precipitation is going to land on Tennessee and Kentucky. Up to 22 inches of snow. I'm told now up to 22 inches of snow may fall on Tennessee and Kentucky by Monday. By Monday. As the storm moves east, again, we're going to see some snow, but not as much. We're going to see some precipitation, but we're also going to see sleet, frozen rain, sleet. As that sleet hits the roadways are already going to be frozen. As that sleet and precipitation hits the roadways, all of a sudden we're going to have black ice. Tons and tons of black ice. The freeways are going to be treacherous. Freeways and highways, byways are going to be treacherous. I'm going to tell you right now. Come Saturday night, don't go out of your homes. Stay in your homes. Stay in your homes unless you get authorization, even asking permission to drive on the roadways from your state Department of Transportation. Think about that. Think about it seriously. Okay? Stay at home. That's your best bet. That is your best bet. This storm is, like I said, going to stall out over Tennessee and Kentucky, and that's where the majority of the snow is going to be. But again, this storm is moving north and moving east. It's going to be very treacherous all weekend long. Then behind it, we're going to see very low temperatures down to 30 below zero. 30 below zero in some places. That's very cold. That's not wind chill. Those are below zero temperatures. Has nothing to do with wind chill at all. This is going to be bad. Okay? Renee Sevy's here in the chat saying, as this winter storm continues, please stay tuned to your local weather stations for latest updates. And do not travel unless you must absolutely go. Then be safe. Stay warm. Stay warm, guys. Okay? The best bet is not to travel at all. I'm putting that out there right now. Don't travel at all unless you have to. Okay? That's the word I'm getting from the North Carolina Highway Patrol, Department of Transportation. I talked to the Tennessee Department of Transportation this morning, the Kentucky Highway Patrol this afternoon. Guys, be safe out there. This storm is very serious. It's a very deadly storm. This is a very deadly storm, guys. Very, very deadly storm. Now, there's something else going on here. There's a lot going on here. Carol and I went out to the store earlier this afternoon. We had to pick up just a couple things for our dogs. Guess what we found? Let me show you what we found, guys. This may bring you chills. The last time we saw this was during COVID some 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago, guys. Look at this. Store shelves bare. Store shelves bare. There was no water. There was limited soda. The milk cases were going empty. Yesterday, the milk cases were empty here at Walmart in Morganton, North Carolina. Empty. Today, they had some product. They had some yogurt. They had some sour cream. Yesterday, they had no milk or sour cream or yogurt or anything else at all. That's incredible. There were other places throughout Walmart that had bare shelves as well. Now, you might be lucky. You might get lucky. There might be some other stores that have more product than others. Food Line here in Morganton is also in the same place. Okay? They've also cleared out the paper products. They've also cleared out the paper products. Snacks. Snacks. Candy, potato chips, snack crackers and such. Guess what? Slim pickings. Slim pickings. Right now, I'm telling you now, you might have until Saturday morning. Until Saturday morning to get some supplies. Like I said, they had no case water. They had no bottled water at all. Okay? Milk is going to be in short supply again by tonight. They might get some more milk in by tomorrow morning, but you're taking chances. People are hoarding. People are hoarding here. I saw baskets full of stuff, and I'm saying stuff. People were not buying individual things. They were blowing people's minds. Hoarding. Hoarding. This is what it's like. Now, I want to talk about this storm, and I'm talking seriously now. I'm talking very seriously. We need to prepare and prepare now. I'm first going to talk about what you should do before the storm. What do I do before the storm hits? We need to prepare. We need to prepare and prepare now. Like I said, you're not probably going to have much time left. You're not going to have much time left. Okay? Let's talk about this. Let's seriously talk about this. In the past, I've given you a lot of information about storms. I've given you a lot of preparedness information. Yes, we're going to be talking about preparedness tomorrow night. But right now, I want to get you up to speed about this storm. The things you need to do right now. Immediately, right now. We're going to be talking about surviving cold weather emergencies. Surviving cold weather emergencies like falling through the ice. Okay? We're actually in the middle of the winter time right now. End of January. January 22nd, 2026. This is one of the most dangerous times of the year for cold-related emergencies. Clothes that are appropriate for going 20 feet from your warm house to a soon-to-be warm car, and 100 yards from the warm car into warm store. Some clothes are not appropriate. Some clothes will not be appropriate, such as what happens when you have an accident or your car breaks down. You better not be wearing flip-flops out there because your toes are going to freeze, then you're going to have frostbite, then you're going to be in the hospital. I don't want to see anybody hurt. I want everybody to be prepared and adequately prepared so they're not in these kind of emergencies. But it's going to happen. Happens every year. Now, what happens when you have a crisp afternoon hike in light clothing and all of a sudden the storm changes? Weather changes like it's going to do Saturday night. Weather's going to quickly turn into a bone-chilling situation as the sun goes down. It's even worse if you run into rain or slip and fall into a creek. You don't want to dress for worst case scenario all the time, but the normal clothes that people wear just won't do the job if supplemental heat goes away. We're going to talk about that. Winter storms can bring extreme cold, freezing rain and sleet, heavy snowfall, as I said, ice and high winds. We're going to get all those things during the next 3 days, 4 days. Okay? These storms are going to cause transportation problems, heat and power loss. Heat and power loss, guys. Power's going to go out in some places. I don't know where and when, but it's going to happen. Now, guys, I will come back on the air this weekend to give you updates of what's going on here along the East Coast and also throughout the country. We will be on the air sporadically all weekend. Ryan Hall, y'all, will be on the air at least 56 hours, except when he's sleeping. He said today, Ryan Hall said that he will be on the air probably close to 56 hours, except when he's sleeping. He's serious about it. Like I said, these storms are going to cause transportation problems. They're going to cause loss of heat and power. Communication disruptions as well. On Friday and Monday at least, they're going to close schools. They're already talking about closing stores and workplaces as well. Winters are getting warmer and even shorter because of climate phenomena. Not climate change. Climate change doesn't exist. This is cyclical climate phenomena. Cyclical. But because a warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, heavier snowfalls are likely to occur. Now, there's going to be other winter storm words to listen for. For example, if you're listening to your television or your radio and they talk about wind chill temperatures, let's think about that. How cold will people and animals feel when they're outside? How cold are people going to feel when they go outside or when animals are outside as well? If you have animals, farm animals, for example, protect them. Put them in a barn. Do not expose those animals to wind chill or even these falling temperatures with rain, snow, or sleet. Put them in a protected area. Put them in a protected area. Yes, I understand some barns aren't heated, but if animals are in there, their body heat is going to help them all survive. Okay? As the wind increases, heat is carried away from the body at a faster rate. Let me repeat that. When the wind increases, heat is going to be carried away from your body at a faster rate, driving down your core body temperature, making you feel much colder. The wind chill temperature is not the actual temperature, but rather how you feel with the wind and cold on your exposed skin. That's why I've said in the past, if you have to be outside, wear heavy winter gear. Parkas. Parkas, guys. Air Force style parkas that only have a little bit of visibility up here near your eyes. You can wear a ski mask inside your parka hood. That's going to protect your face because your flesh can actually freeze after 10 minutes. The flesh of your face can freeze after 10 minutes or on your hands as well. Okay? Wind, cold, unexposed skin will make you get frostbite. Frostbite. Let's talk about the words winter storm outlook. Winter storm outlook. Think about that. Winter storm conditions are possible in the next 2 to 5 days. Winter storm conditions are possible in the next 2 to 5 days. You need to stay tuned to local media for updates. As Renee Steffi said, as I quoted earlier, stay tuned to your weather stations, both on television and on your radios. Stay tuned to a news weather station. Stay tuned to a news weather station, not HGTV, not music, but to a weather news station. That way you'll get the latest updates. Okay? You're not going to get that on HGTV. You're not going to get that on music stations at all. Stay tuned to a news weather station. How about the words winter storm watch? Winter storm watch. Winter storm watch means winter storm conditions are possible within the next 36 to 48 hours. Watch means watch, just that. Weather conditions are possible within the next, winter storm conditions are possible within the next 36 to 48 hours. Meaning now. Review your winter storm plans and stay informed about weather conditions. Review your winter storm plans and stay informed about weather conditions. How about the words winter storm advisory, winter weather advisory? That means winter weather conditions are expected to cause significant inconveniences, and they may be hazardous, but not life-threatening if you're cautious. Not life-threatening if you're cautious. What do you think you should do before the winter storm hits? Number one, learn emergency skills. Learn emergency skills. We talked about this before. We've talked about first aid. We talked about CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. First aid and CPR classes are out there. Some classes are free, some will cost maybe $20, $25 to go in there with one person. But go into and get first aid and CPR classes to help you and your family. You never know when you're going to save somebody's life. Learn how to spot and treat frostbite and hypothermia. Learn how to spot and treat frostbite and hypothermia. Install smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Install and test smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors in your homes with battery backup. Battery backup. We're going to have power outages here, guys. Third, be ready to live without power, gas, and water. Be ready to live without power, gas, and water. Learn how to keep pipes from freezing. Learn how to keep pipes from freezing. Let me talk about this for a minute. Starting maybe tomorrow night at the earliest, maybe you should put your downstairs and upstairs sinks on steady drip. Steady drip. Water running out of your faucets all night long. Make sure it's cold water, not hot water. Otherwise, you'll drain your hot water tank. Make sure you keep it on cold water. That way, you're taking the water from the outside pipes, it's coming through your home and going back out through the drain. That way, your cold water pipes will stay open. That way, your cold water pipes will stay open, guys. That's the best way to handle that. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you're going to wake up on Sunday morning, your pipes are going to be frozen, and guess what's going to happen? When those pipes unfreeze in the littlest bit, they're going to pop. Those pipes are going to pop. You're going to have a flood. You're going to have all kinds of problems you wouldn't normally have. Make sure your water is on steady drip. Just a small flow coming out of the faucet. That will help you and your family and your neighbors as well. Now, I want to also tell you something else. We talked about communications before. I want to talk about staying connected now. Sign up for free emergency alerts from your local government. Sign up for free emergency alerts from your local government on your cell phones. It's very easy. Now, unfortunately, I've got a password on there and it's password protected. I'm going to go into the setup here. Settings. Click on settings, guys. From settings, you'll scroll down. Okay? You'll scroll down until it says safety and emergency. Safety and emergency. Click on that. Click on that. The next thing you're going to have is a screen like this. Okay? It says medical info. You can put your medical information in there. Emergency contacts. Emergency contacts. If you have emergency contacts in your phone, put their name down, and off to the side of the name, maybe 4 or 5 spaces after the side of their name, put in capital letters ICE, ICE. That means in the event of emergency, you can call those people. When police or fire personnel or paramedics get there, they're going to see ICE beside somebody's name, and they can tap that name and call that person to help you, to give them emergency information to help you. Okay? Also, emergency SOS. Emergency SOS. If you tap that, you're going to get 911. Okay? You also have emergency location service. If you're out driving, keep that on. That way, if there's an emergency, you'll get emergency help to your location. Under that, wireless emergency alerts. Wireless emergency alerts. Click on that. Okay? Under that, open up your emergency alert messages. Turn your emergency alert messages on and keep them on. Okay? In this case, extreme threats, severe threats, amber alerts, state and local tests, public safety messages, emergency alert history, vibration. I have this also on vibration and alert, audio alert. Have vibration turned on and audio alert as well. Always alert at full volume. Always alert at full volume here. Okay? Next one is speak alert message. Speak alert message. Turn that on as well. Okay? Stay connected. Stay connected. Sign up for free emergency alerts on your phone from your local government. That will also help you. On your AM, FM weather radio. Your weather radio will also provide you with emergency information in regards to weather or in the event of a local or national emergency. In the event of a national emergency, the government will come on the air and take over that weather station. If you have a local emergency, the government can also come on that station, take over the station, and give you alert information about that. Make sure you have those options available to you. Stay connected. In this case, during at least the next few days, even all this winter. Plan to monitor local weather news. Plan to monitor local and weather news. On your devices, make sure you have a backup battery or a way to charge a cell phone. Have a battery-operated radio. Have a battery-operated radio like we see here. This also has the ability for me to crank it on the back to provide electricity to keep this radio working. This is a great radio. You can get one of these for as little as $9.99, upwards of $59.99. These are great radios, guys. AM, FM weather radio. They're good throughout the United States and they're good in other countries as well. Have a battery operated radio to use during a power outage. Understand the alerts that you may receive. Understand the alerts you may receive. Watch means being prepared. Warning means take action. Create a support team to help everybody. Create a support team with your household or your local neighbors to help everyone stay safe in a disaster. Plan on how you can help each other. Plan on how you're going to help each other. Okay? Now, before I was going to get into this, I wanted to give you some other information here. 2 days ago, President Trump flew to Davos, Switzerland. He flew to Davos, Switzerland for a meeting with world leaders. After he took off from the Air Force Base in Virginia, right after he took off, there was an onboard emergency on Air Force One. Let me tell you what happened. Not everybody knows this. What I'm going to tell you is not classified information anymore. It's not classified information anymore, but you need to know this. Okay? There had been a bomb threat on Air Force One. Okay? Minutes after Air Force One departed Joint Base Andrews on Tuesday afternoon, President Donald J. Trump and his entourage to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Air Force officers on board, communications and electronic warfare specialists, viewed a suspicious one-word message on their terminals. The word was EXPLODE. EXPLODE. Secret Service agents on the flight alerted the President of the United States and the pilots. At that moment, no one besides them and the Air Force specialists suspected that Air Force One, which is the securest, safest airplane in the world, might have a bomb on board. Security protocols stipulated the flight might be diverted back to Andrews Air Force Base. President Trump, though, didn't want to panic the passengers. News media, which included dozens of administration officials, members of the mainstream new media press, the latter a group of conservative influencers to whom the president has given White House press credentials. A quick thinker and a master strategist, President Trump ordered the pilots to kill the cabin lights and pretend the plane had suffered a minor mechanical electronics failure as a reason for deciding Mayday and return to Andrews Air Force Base. Even the president's closest confidants, such as Stephen Miller, Carolyn Leavitt, were not told the truth. As soon as the pilots cut power, emergency power lighting activated. The dim glow of emergency floor path lights went on, illuminating the floor to passengers that had to navigate to their seats for an emergency landing. Air Force One landed safely at Andrews Air Force Base shortly after that. Secret Service evacuated all passengers before sweeping the plane for explosives. After exhaustively searching the plane from nose to the rear of the plane, they found no bombs. The Secret Service ruled the threat as a false alarm, meaning President Trump and his team reboarded a second aircraft, a VC-25, then flew to Davos, Switzerland without any more incidents. Now, it is unclear who sent the explode message. It's unclear who sent the message to EXPLOD. Could malign forces have hacked the system? Or was it sent as a warning by Washington, intelligence agencies, or even the military? Nobody knows. But that is what happened with Air Force One on Tuesday afternoon. Just want to give you an update about that. Not everybody knows that. I just put that out there for you because I found out yesterday about it. Now you have the rest of the story. Let's get back to preparing for this winter storm. This is going to be a humdinger, guys. As I said, when you hear the word watch, whether it's for a winter storm watch, a hurricane watch, a tornado watch, whatever it is, watch means be prepared. Warning means take action. As I said, create a support team of your neighbors and friends or your family members to help everyone stay safe in a disaster. Plan on how you can help each other. Okay? Now, what else are you going to have to do? What are you going to do now? What should you do now? I want to talk about a car winter survival checklist. A car winter survival checklist. I put this together for you. I took it from the National Weather Service and the Red Cross. In your car, have a flashlight with extra batteries. If you have extra batteries in your car, change them out every 6 months. That way you have fresh batteries. Have a first aid kit. A snow shovel. An ice scraper for your windows, side and front windows. Blankets and sleeping bags for everybody in the car. Blankets and a sleeping bag for everyone in the car. Non-perishable food. Granola bars, dried nuts, etc. Bottled water. Have booster cables to jump your car if the car battery goes dead or if someone else's goes dead as well. That way you can help someone else out. Extra clothing. Hats, mittens, parkas, pants, boots. Sand and cat litter. We talked about this before. In the past, I've had heavy sandbags in the back, weighing up to 50 to 100 pounds. That way, if I wasn't stalled on the road, that heavy weight would keep my car on the road. But if I got off the road, I can take some of that sand and spread it on the ground around my tires to provide traction to get me back on the road again. Kitty litter can do the same thing, except kitty litter is not going to provide as much weight. Cell phones. Make sure you have your cell phone. Make sure you have a battery backup as well that you take with you. Okay? Flares. Emergency safety flares. Triangles. Yes, guys, they say they have triangles in the automotive departments of stores. Automotive stores. They sell these yellow and orange triangles that you can put behind or in front of your car to keep other traffic from hitting you. Very effective. This is very, very effective. Now, what else do you think you might need? What else do you think you might do? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you. How about a winter home survival checklist? A home winter survival food checklist. Canned fruits, vegetables. Some of these canned fruits are going to have a can opener. Make sure you have a reliable self-powered can opener. Not electric powered, but a self-powered can opener. Crackers, nuts, fruit bars, and chips. We now have plenty of those in our house. Soups. I'm going to talk about chicken soup, chicken noodle, cream of chicken, tomato, cheese and broccoli. Soups. Some soups require water or milk before heating. Okay, remember that. Some soups may require water or milk before heating. Then they're going to require heating. Make sure you have some way to keep them heated or to heat them up. Cookies and hard candy. We don't have any cookies, but we have hard candy here. I'm going to make some cookies tomorrow morning. Bread and condiments. We have 3 loaves of bread in our house right now. That is another thing that none of the stores here in this area have is bread. None of the stores here have bread, but you can make your own bread. Make sure you have baking powder, soda, yeast, flour, and sugar. Okay? You can make your own bread. Instead of bread, you might make pancakes or biscuits. Make your own bread. Cereal and toaster pastries. What if you don't have a toaster or you don't have power to heat up your toaster? What are you going to do? Go outside, heat up your grill. You may not want to barbecue on your grill, but heat it up. Put your toast on or bread on the grill slats that will toast your bread for you. Think about that. Or if you decide to have waffles, what are you going to do then? Don't have a way to plug in the waffle iron, but what can you do? Again, have a flat grill pan on your barbecue. Have a pan that's flat on your barbecue. Okay? You can go and put your bread in an egg and stuff. Put it on that pan and cook it. Okay? You have breakfast there. Have breakfast. You can cook pancakes on that same grill I'm talking about. I've done it. I've done it. How about meals ready to eat, MREs? MREs. Whereas I've had here, I have freeze-dried food here. I have freeze-dried food for 4 Patriots. 4 Patriots. There are many, many food companies you get food for survival reasons. Consider using those companies. I have several things from 4 Patriots besides food. I've shown you flashlights here, such as this Halo XT flashlight. It has a solar panel on the side of it where you can keep this flashlight activated. recharges batteries. It also has little LED lights here. You can also use this as a work light. Okay? It also has a magnet right here. You can hang this on your refrigerator or on your dashboard of your car if they're metal, or anywhere else in your car. It has a letter opener right here. Right here, a letter opener. Here, you can punch out a window with it. This is the pointed end right here. You can punch out a window to try to get out of your car in an emergency if your car is filling up with water. Flashlight, guys. It has 3 levels of flashlight. It has a low-level beam, a high-level beam, and it's very bright. Also has a strobe light. Great thing. Very great thing. Okay. What else does it have? I shown this to you before. It has a compass. Okay? I've told you about having maps for your car. That way, if you have a compass, you can orient your map as well. Also, this flashlight can also charge your phone. Or any other devices. Through this method, you could also charge the flashlight here from wall current. Plug it into a wall as you would your phone. You can charge this flashlight as well. Multi-use flashlight, huh? The Halo XT flashlight is one of the best flashlights made. Consider getting one yourselves. Consider getting a Halo XT flashlight yourself. You won't be sad about it, but you'll be ready. Bottled water. We have 14 gallons of bottled water in our home. Usually we have 20, but they had no water here at the stores at all. They had no gallon water, no other bottled water at all. We have 14 gallons of water here for cooking and or for our dogs. We don't drink tap water in this home. We had bottled water to drink. We have 3 cases of bottled water here in our homes. Usually we have 5. We have plenty of water here. We also have backup water that we store here as emergency water to flush toilets or clean with. Consider that. You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong at all. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is take immediate action. We talked about storm watches, winter storm warnings. Life-threatening severe winter conditions have begun and will begin within 24 hours. Blizzard warnings. Saturday night, we're going to see the word blizzard warnings up on the screens of our televisions. You're going to hear that on the radios. Blizzard warnings. Sustained winds or frequent gusts of 35 plus miles per hour. 35 plus miles per hour. Snow and blowing snow. Plus considerable falling and blowing snow. Reducing visibility to less than a quarter of a mile. That is going to be expected to prevail for 3 hours or even longer. In this case, they expect blizzard conditions in western North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, going west into Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, North and South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and most of Texas. And some parts of New Mexico. It's going to get very cold, guys. is going to get very, very cold. Jacqueline Thompson is saying here in the chat, make sure you'll have food and drink. I completely agree. Make sure you have adequate food and drink. This is going to be a blizzard warning. Plan on ways to stay warm. Stay warm indoors to prevent frostbite and hypothermia. Now, before the winter season begins, and it's already here, make sure you can heat your home safely. Prepare your home to keep out of the cold and insulation. Prepare your home to keep out of the cold with insulation, caulking, and weather stripping. Consider using an indoor thermometer. We have an indoor thermometer in our bedroom. We have another one in our studio here. We have another one downstairs in our living room. An indoor thermometer and or a thermostat to monitor the temperature of your home. Plan to check on loved ones and neighbors. Plan on checking on loved ones and neighbors to make sure they're staying warm, to make sure they have food and water to drink and eat. This is especially important for older adults and babies. Drink plenty of warm fluids and not just soda or power drinks. Drink plenty of warm fluids, water, teas. Some cases, coffee. I don't drink coffee. We don't do that in our house. We have hot cocoa here. But warm fluids will keep your body warm, keep you from getting cold and frostbite. Avoid caffeine and alcohol. Avoid caffeine and alcohol at all points. This weekend, avoid travel if you can. If you must go outside, plan to dress properly. Keep your nose, your ears, and your cheeks, chin, fingers, and toes covered in warm, dry clothing. Warm, dry clothing. The areas that I just mentioned on your body are the first to be at risk of frostbite. Your nose, your ears, your cheeks, your chin, your fingers, and toes. These areas are the first to be at risk for frostbite. Wear layers of loose clothing. Wear layers of loose clothing. A coat, hat, mittens, and water-resistant boots. Use a scarf or a ski mask to cover your face and mouth. Know where to go if your home becomes too cold. Know where to go if your home becomes too cold. I got a message from Ohio Emergency Management. They are opening warm shelters. Ohio Emergency Management are opening warm shelters where people can get warm. Other states and cities are going to be doing the same thing. Okay? Make sure you can find a way to a warming center. Next, gather together all your emergency supplies. Gather together all of your emergency supplies. Gather your food, your water, medicines, and other things you're going to need before the winter storm hits. Before the storm hits. Stores might be closed. As I said earlier, Walmart and Food Line here, which is like a Safeway, are out of food. Out of food in some cases, even out of other things as well. Paper products, again. Your stores might be closed or out of product. It also may be unsafe to travel. Organize your supplies into a go kit. Organize your supplies into a go kit. I've got a go kit over here On the front side of my desk, by the wall, I've got 2 Go kits in the bedroom. I've got 2 Go kits in the front closet here, downstairs. In our supply cabinet here, we've got emergency bags, emergency totes, sleeping bags, tenting. Gather all your supplies together. Note what you have and what you don't have. If you don't have something, try to get it before the storm hits. Have at least 3 days of supplies you can carry with you. Have at least 3 days of supplies you can carry with you if you need to go somewhere else to stay warm. Include the critical backup batteries that I told you about and chargers for your devices, your cell phone, your CPAP, your air, cell phone, computers, wheelchair. Make sure you have your backup batteries available. Have a stay-at-home kit. A stay-at-home kit. At least 2 weeks of supplies. At least 2 weeks of supplies. We've been talking about once you get 2 weeks, have a month worth of supplies, 2 months, 3 months, have a 6 months worth of supplies. Once you get to 6 months, get a year's supply of food. You can start off at any time, but you can work your way up to have a year's supply of food. That way you're going to be prepared with your family. You're going to be able to be prepared with your family, guys. This is absolute emergency type. This is absolute emergency type, guys. That's where we're at. Ensure you have enough warm clothing, such as hats, mittens, blankets, jackets, coats, for everyone in your household. You may lose access to drinking water. Set aside at least 1 gallon of drinking water per person per day. I've extended that out to 3 gallons of water per person per day, including washing, cleaning, and drinking, and eating, food preparation. Food preparation. Consider having emergency supplies in your vehicle. As I said earlier, blankets, warm clothing, a first aid kit, tools, charging cables, and boots, and food. Have a 1 month supply of needed medications and medical supplies. Carol and I have over 3 months worth of medical medicines and supplies here. 3 months worth of medicines and medical supplies. Consider keeping a list of your medications and dosages on a small card to carry with you. I have that small card in my wallet. You women should have it in your purse. Keeping a small card to carry with you, showing medications and supplies and dosages as well. Keep personal, financial, and medical records safe and easy to access. Hard copies, or securely backed up, such as this, a stick. Have a snow shovel, an ice melting product near your doorways to keep your walkways safe as well. Stock up on winter storm preparedness kits, supplies, and other first aid supplies that I've talked about. We can take action to prepare now. You and I, each member of our family, can take action now to prepare. Prepare now to protect yourself, prepare yourself, and prepare your loved ones in your home. Shop for winter storm preparedness supplies now. Right now, you may not find them. because other people raided the stores. We knew this was going to happen. We talked about it before. Whenever there's been an emergency, the store shelves go blank. The store shelves go empty. Now, as some of you know, I was born in Idaho. I grew up in Idaho and North Dakota, in blizzard and snow country. We have always had blizzard supply kits in our cars with extra clothes, blankets, food, and candles. I've told this story before. Back between 1967 and 1972, our family lived in Fargo, North Dakota. During the winter of 1971-72, my dad was stranded on Interstate 94 between Jamestown and Fargo, North Dakota. His brakes froze. He had to drag the right side of the car down a snowbank to slow it down. Once he slowed down and stopped, he was there. Back in the day, there was a phone booth on the side of the frontage road, about 50, 75 feet away from his car. But it was so cold he couldn't make it. It was so cold he couldn't even make it outside the back of his car. So he got back into the car. He stayed there for 3 days. We had put blankets, we had put sleeping bags, we put food and water in the car, put candles. He rolled down the window maybe an inch to allow fresh air in the car. He used candles to heat the car. He used candles to heat the food that he ate. As I said, he was on the side of the road for 3 days. By the third day, snow had accumulated around my dad's car that the snowplow didn't see him. The snowplow came to snowplow Interstate 94 and tore up the side of my dad, the left side, driver's side of his car, tore it up. The plow driver didn't even see the car because there was so much snow. Tore up the side of their car. My dad had to get it fixed. But by the next summer, my dad had said no more. In 1972, the summer of 1972, we moved to San Diego, California, where we didn't have to deal with winter, didn't have to deal with frozen roads, highways, blizzard conditions. North Dakota is a very good place to raise kids. Great place to raise kids. Still gets cold there. Bitter cold. Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Nebraska, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas. Get cold. Deathly cold. All of us need to be prepared. We need to be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. We've always had blizzard survival kits in a car with extra clothes, blankets, food, candles, and batteries. A lot of the gear is very similar now to what we've had 30 years ago. Very similar. Some of it's even better. There are a few items that have improved drastically. Mylar blankets are one of them. Each of our survival kits in our tote bag, in our backpacks, in our go bags, we have a Mylar emergency blanket. They used to be called astronaut blankets, space blankets. Mylar blankets, they're great. Usually you can buy a Mylar blanket for as little as $3. Some of these blankets are large enough where you can sit down on the ground, wrap it around you, and keep yourself warm. Mylar blankets are easy, but they also tear easily. They're like aluminum foil. If you use them, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? If those Mylar blankets have been riding around the people, the heat might have also gotten to them. But if you can keep it good, you can do it. They're still good to use. The new Mylar blankets are plasticized and flexible. They can be made into a sleeping bag. They're small enough to fit in a cargo pocket of your pants or coat pocket. Very easy. Very, very easy. How about if you live near a river or a pond? How many of us have been ice skiing on a river or pond or lake? I have. If you do it, there's a chance of breaking through the ice and getting soaking wet with freezing water and sub-freezing temperatures. If you get one of those bivy blankets, those Mylar space blankets, those space blankets could save your life. Those space blankets could save your life because they use your body heat to keep you warm. They keep the body heat around you to keep you warm and keep the cold out. Always remember to think about cold weather survival. Here's a few things to remember to keep your head about you for cold weather survival. First, you got more to think about than you know. You also have more time to think about it before you go unconscious, and less time after that before you start having physiological changes. In water, if you're in cold water, you might have just several minutes before you go unconscious. 10 or more minutes if you stay calm. But your hardwired reflex when going into cold water is hyperventilate. This can be disastrous if your mouth is full of or underwater. That in and of itself can accelerate the panic process. The key to survival in water is to keep yourself calm and control your breathing. Get control. This might take a minute and then take action. Depending on your body and your state before going into the water, your hands can work for a minute or more before your blood is redirected to the core of your body. Then you will lose a lot of your hand function. Once you're cold, it's a matter of adding heat to the body and retaining the heat you generate. That NASA blanket, that NASA aluminum blanket, will help you retain your heat around your body, reflecting 80% or more of your heat back to your body. Removing wet clothing will also help keep your heat in your body. Removing wet clothing will also help you keep the heat in your body. Heat retention. You don't want to waste heat warming wet clothes. Let me repeat that. You do not want to waste your heat, your body heat, warming up wet clothes. To add heat, you can exercise. Drink warm liquids. Drink warm, sweet liquids. Get to a heated house. Get to a heated house. Your heated car. Warm up with a fire. Chemical heat packs. Hand body warmers. A hot water bottle. Or use skin-to-skin contact with someone who's still warm. Skin-to-skin contact with someone who is warm. What should you do? What should you do if you are in a storm? During the storm? What should you do, guys? What do you think you should do? What do you want to do during a storm? What do you want to do before the storm or during the storm? We talked about before, let's talk about during the storm. Stay safe. Stay safe. Use care with space heaters. Use extreme care with space heaters and fireplaces to prevent fires. Keep anything that could catch fire at least 3 feet or 1 meter away from the heat. Avoid using candles because of the fire risk. Avoid using candles because of the fire risk. Use battery-powered lights. Use battery-powered lights and flashlights instead. Prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide poisoning is common during power outages when people start using other means to heat and cook. You can prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Only use generators and grills and camp stoves outdoors, away from the windows. Use your generators, your grills, and camp stoves outdoors, and stay away from your windows. Carbon monoxide kills. I've seen it. If you're in a car and you start feeling dizzy, sick, or weak, get to fresh air right away immediately. Get to fresh air immediately, right now. Don't delay. Don't delay. To prevent carbon monoxide poisoning and home fires, never heat your home with a cooking oven or a stove. Never heat your home with a cooking oven or a stove. Yes, we did it when we were kids. Don't do it any longer. You can burn your house down. As a former firefighter, I'm going to tell you, you can burn your house down. Don't do it. I've seen it happen. Act fast if you see signs of frostbite or hypothermia. Act fast if you see signs of frostbite or hypothermia. Frostbite is when a part of your body freezes. Your nose, your ears, your cheeks, your chin, fingers, and toes. These are often the first things affected. When this happens, people are going to feel pain, immense pain, numbness, and a change of skin color. Change of skin color, dark. What to do if you have frostbite? Move to a warm place. Warm the affected area gently by soaking in warm water. Soaking in warm water, not hot. Soaking in warm water, not hot. Until the skin appears normal and feels warm again. Seek emergency care. Seek emergency care. Go see your doctor. Hypothermia can kill you. Hypothermia can kill you. It occurs when your body loses heat faster than it produces. Hypothermia happens when your body loses heat faster than it can produce heat. This causes a very low body temperature. Older adults, babies, children, and people with certain health conditions are more at risk. Shivering is one of the first signs of hypothermia. Other signs include confusion, drowsiness, and slurred speech. What do you do if you find you have hypothermia or someone else does? Seek emergency care right away. Seek emergency care right away. Don't hesitate. Do it now. Move to a warmer place. Remove any wet clothing and warm the body slowly. Remove any wet clothing and warm the body slowly. How can I stay safe when I'm driving? How can I stay safe when I'm driving? Let's talk about it. Check your vehicle emergency supplies kit. Check your vehicle emergency supply kit and replenish it if necessary. Replenish it if necessary. Do it tonight or at the latest tomorrow morning. Bring enough of the following for each person. Bring enough of the following for each person. Take notes here, guys. Blankets or sleeping bags for your car. Rain gear. Extra set of dry clothing. Mittens, socks, wool hats. Newspaper for insulation. Plastic bags for sanitation. Canned fruit, nuts, high energy snacks, chocolate, warm broth in a thermos, and several bottles of water. Bring your cell phone and make sure the battery is charged. Plan to travel during daylight hours and if possible, take another person with you. Travel with someone else and do it during daylight. Daylight travel and take someone else with you. Let someone else also know your destination, your route that you're driving, and when you expect to arrive. Before leaving, check your weather reports. Check your weather reports for all areas you're going to be driving through. Check with your state departments of transportation, your highway patrol people. Watch out for sleet, freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and fog. Dense fog can also freeze. Dense fog can also freeze, and then it'll freeze on the ground. And then you have black ice, deadly black ice. Let's talk about what you're going to do if you get stranded. It's interesting. We've had as many as 40 people here in the chat, 40 people watching. Now we have 29. That means most of our audience doesn't give a darn. Most of our audience doesn't give a darn. That's very interesting because those same people are going to find themselves in trouble during this weekend. And they're going to wish they stayed here for our presentation today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get stranded, stay in your vehicle. Stay in your vehicle and wait for help. Do not leave your vehicle to search for assistance unless help is within 100 yards or 91 meters. Stay in your vehicle and wait for help. Do not leave the vehicle unless help is visible within 100 yards or 91 meters. Display a trouble sign. I don't have my car here. I would show you a trouble sign we keep in the car. Big window sign that says trouble. You can put it in your back window or your front window or both. I have two of them. Display a trouble signal, a trouble sign to indicate that you need help. Hang a brightly colored cloth, preferably red, on the radio antenna. And raise the hood after snow stops falling. Turn on the engine for 10 minutes each hour. Use the heater while the engine is running. Keep the exhaust pipe clear of snow. And slightly open a downwind window for ventilation. Slightly open a downwind window for ventilation. Leave the overhead light on when the engine is running so that you can be seen. Do light exercises to keep your circulation going. Do light exercises in your car to keep your body moving. to keep up the circulation. Clap your hands. Move your arms and legs constantly. Move them occasionally. When you move them constantly at first, you're generating body heat. Then keep moving them occasionally to keep your body heat going. To keep the extremities moving. To keep your hands and feet full of blood, flowing blood. If more than one person is in the vehicle with you, take turns sleeping. Do not sleep together. Do not sleep both at the same time. Okay? Huddle together for warmth. Wrap yourself in newspaper, maps, and even the removable floor mats to help trap more heat, to help trap body heat. Watch for signs of frostbite and hypothermia. Drink fluids to help dehydration, which can make you more susceptible to the evil, or I shouldn't say evil, but the ill effects of cold and heart attacks. Drink fluids to keep your hydration up, to avoid dehydration, which can make you more susceptible to evil effects or ill effects of cold and heart attack. Avoid overexertion. Shoveling snow or pushing a vehicle can bring on a heart attack or make other medical conditions worse. How can you stay safe after a winter storm? How do you stay safe after a winter storm? How? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you need to go outside, use extreme caution when driving or walking on ice. Avoid damaged or fallen power lines. Those power lines can execute you. They can electrocute you until you're dead. Beware of branches, trees, and fallen trees and branches, or fallen trees completely, and ice on the ground where you can fall. Again, avoid overexertion when shoveling snow. Take frequent breaks, and if possible, work with a partner. Use ice melting products to keep your walkways safe. Go to a public library, a shopping mall, or a warming center if your home becomes too cold. Go to a public library, a shopping mall, or a warming center if your home becomes too cold. Check on your elderly neighbors. Check on your elderly neighbors or even those people that have children to make sure they're okay. Take care of yourself. It's normal to have a lot of bad feelings, stress, or anxiety. That's normal. Eat healthy food. Get enough sleep to help you with stress. And this is one of the most important things. What I'm going to tell you now is one of the most important things you can remember. I want you to think about this. Think about it, guys. The Disaster Distress Helpline. The Disaster Distress Helpline. Mods, you can put this up on the chat. You can put this number up on the chat, guys. You can contact the Disaster Distress Helpline for free if you need to talk to someone. Call or text 1-800-985-5990. The Disaster Distress Helpline is free. If you need to talk to someone, call or text 1-800-985-5990. The Disaster Distress Helpline, guys. Those people will help you deal with disasters and stress from whatever's going on. I promise you they will help you. I promise you they will help you. Remember, eat healthy food. Drink warm fluids. Drink water. Get enough sleep. If you need help, call the Disaster Distress Helpline for free. 1-800-985-5990. Thanks, Steve and Catman, for putting that up here. Thank you very much. Don, thank you also. God bless you guys. God bless all of our mods. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Now, guys, share this program with everybody you can think of. Share this program with everyone you can think of. Everyone needs this program today because everybody, half of the United States or more, are going to be going through this storm or something like it. Half the people in the United States and overseas are also going to go through the same storm. Watch it. I've given you a lot of information here. Use it, please. Use it, please. I want to thank everybody that's been here. I want to thank Demon Catman from the east of England. There may be people from Europe that are here. Thank you for being here. Each and every one of us can use this information. All of us can. Share this program far and wide with your friends, your neighbors, your family, your extended family, the people you work with, and also the people you associate with on social media. Share with everybody. I'm going to do that tonight. Share with everybody, guys. Share with everyone. Now, in closing, tomorrow night I'm going to be back on there. I'm going to give you more information about emergency preparedness. Okay? Right now I'm going to give you a scripture. This is coming from the Old Testament in Jeremiah. I happen to love this scripture. Then they said to Jeremiah, "The Lord be a true and faithful witness between us, if we do not even according to all things for which the Lord thy God shall send thee to us." The Lord is going to hold us all accountable. The Lord God will hold us all accountable, guys. If we don't do all things that God has asked us to do, be aware of that. Let us be faithful witnesses for God. Let us remember the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Let's be faithful to Him. I bear my witness to you that I know Jesus Christ lives. He and our Heavenly Father listen and answer our prayers. Listen and answer our prayers. Now may God be with you this day. May He bless you with the things you and your family need. I will be back on the air tomorrow afternoon, if not before, to give you more emergency information. Renee Steffi says that the state of Tennessee has declared a state of emergency ahead of the winter storm. Tennessee is the first one to declare a state of emergency, guys. Be aware of that. Get prepared. That's why the governor of Tennessee issued a state of emergency right now. Be prepared. It's coming. It's coming. May God be with you this day and always. May God be with you and prepare you for what's happening. God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you on the other side. Have a good night, guys. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Good night. Enjoy. Be safe. Take care.
dedicated and true, bringing you the essential knowledge, helping you see things through. From disaster preparedness to navigating recovery's embrace, we're here to guide you in every unpredictable time and place. We break down the complex, make it easy to grasp and absorb, sharing strategies for safety, the vital lessons you can't afford to hoard. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your sub. You're a key part of our growing family, a member of our knowledge club. With every like, every share, and every comment you send our way, our critical message spreads further, helping more people every single day. Together we're stronger and more prepared. That's the truth we all abide. You help us build resilience with nowhere for uncertainty to hide. Your engagement truly inspires us. Your feedback acts as a guiding light, helping us continually grow and making our channel's future bright.